Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Behind me, 68 Ghia. We're hopefully going to have this thing wrapped up for another delivery, and hopefully not a failed one on this episode. Odds and ends we got to wrap up. It's pretty much the odds and ends special. Got to get this brake light cooperating because it keeps doing whatever it wants. Also going to put in LEDs, running lights, and brake lights. Blinkers, not so much, because it has the weird blinker box in this thing, and I don't feel like going through the wires to put in a modern relay that's LED compliant. So we'll leave the old Inkins in there. Fuel sending unit, we're going to swap that out. Engine tin, we got to put that on, and clutch cable. I'm trying to get that clutch actually operating where a lift point is more tolerable. And also probably some other, heat, and I got to replace 2 pieces of carpet. So fairly, hopefully tame episode. Or processes, if you will. Anyways, we get this thing up, rip off this taillight, and yeah, we'll fix this. And I'll show you what I'm doing with this one, because I've been fighting it for pretty much since the car came in. It was cooperating, now it's not cooperating anymore, and I'm just gonna do things. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. All right, guys. First thing, obviously, let's remove this taillight. What dripped on this already? Anywho, I'll clean that up in a minute. Yeah, let's get this taillight out to get access to where the bulb is. There we go. Boop. Bulb's good. The light just keeps going on and around. It has bad contacts, and you can probably see I jellied it already. So she's just too loose in here. So what we're gonna do, or I'm gonna do, let me find it. Gonna resocket the thing. 1156 socket, LED bulb. LED bulb don't matter, but 1156 socket. We're gonna punch this bad boy out and slide this thing in, give it a new receptacle. Because the way these work is they ground out on the housing, kind of same thing with this. It'll ground, sides ground, and the center is the electrode. Well, the problem is there's just too much slop in this housing now to where it just doesn't make contact, or erroneous contact. So drill bit, 5/8, I think. Gently and gingerly bore. I hate doing this, or doing, that should smack. I'll go a little more. Yeah, I hate doing this. I'm happy I only have to do one, because you have, at least in the Ghia, 6 chances to F up. Or I have 1 chance. All right, might be able to persuade that in now. Maybe. There we go. And if I was a smart man, I should have wired it on the backside already, but I didn't. But let me grab a spade connector. This works, I'll heat shrink it and do all that stuff. I just want to make sure that it's gonna work, which it should. All we did was put a new socket in. Boop, bulb. Where's that plug? Plug it in. You're gonna have to be my eyes, so I'm gonna have to move you back here so I can see that bulb from the cabin. Move that. Will I be able to see it? I might. I do know. I can replay the footage. Oh, Jesus. Where's my stick? where's my pushy stick? Crap. Bribber. I can't even tell if I have one. Oh, I got a reflection on that side. Turn that off. I'll wait. Let me play back the video, see if I even have a taillight back there. Because, like I said, I can see it on the one side through the cup, but I can't see it on this side. I'll be right back. Well, developments have happened. Went to, go change out this bulb, and I can't get it out. Oh, why'd I say things? Oh, that's broke now. What the hell did they put in here? Jeez. It's 11:56. She was just in there. Anyway, that bulb works. I checked footage. Oh, I gotta put a, what's up with the thing? All right, guys, status update. Brakes lights are done. I guess when I welded new studs on the back of this thing, this taillight, I shifted them or they got in the way of the bulb and pinched it. Not a big deal, that's fixed. But, oh, excuse me. Brake lights are working, I hope. Ugh. Boop. Hopefully they're on. I'm just gonna assume they're on. And yeah. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Next thing we're gonna do, we're knocking out the easy jobs first. New fuel sending unit. Instead of the arm style, these don't do the gauge wander. So we'll put this in. What in the heck was that? Sounds like a potato hit me. Anywho's, allow. Let me get the car down some, get it in the trunk, and yeah, throw this thing in. So stop the, boop, 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 boop thing. I'll be right back. Itchy. Anyways, pretty simple. This sending unit's held in by 8s. Yours might be Phillips drive or, what have you. So, just blow this out. Well, that guy out is literally it's brand new. So I go on a stock shelf for part that needs it. And grab this guy. Good thing that was brand new. Because this didn't come with a gasket. Anywho's, on these there's a pin. Make sure you take it out, otherwise you'll be wondering why you always have a full gauge. Peel the tape, pull the pin. Peel the tape, pull the pin, you'll hear it slide. And just, install the same way you uninstalled. The same way you uninstalled. Ah, boy. Which side wants to go where? I think that's right. There we go. it's offset drilled, so just make sure you get the holes correct to put it back in. Come on. Hey, hole, I know you're right there. What are you doing? Hey, what? You're right there. What? Was it the wrong one? It was the wrong one. Good news. You have like 5 attempts to find the correct direction. Is that it? All right, that's in now. That was dumb. Reattach sending unit. Let's check that gauge. Boop. Beautiful. Gauge is working, so we're good. Yeah. Gauge is working, so we're good there. Eek. Next thing, guess we'll play around with the heat, or to get the heaters, the cable's working. All right, slight change of plan, because I have to take the car off the lift to, well, really run the cables. Don't have to, but going to. Well, I want to take the seats out, I guess is what I'm saying, and I can't get them out with the doors because they don't, open enough. So, we're going to run the clutch cable because I need it on the lift to do this. Again, I'm just going to save this one for last, but we'll do it now. First thing, I'll get the car up in the air and undo the actual butterfly nut or the wing nut on the transaxle, and then rip out the cluster. There it is. I don't know if that snap picked up, but that was that throw out arm slinging forward. That cable is way too short. So I'm hoping I have the right cable out of the 2 I have, because like I said, someone else did. Yeah, I cut my finger again, or knocked it open. Anywho's, like I said, whoever did the swaps wasn't me, so I don't know what cable they used. So I'm hoping one of the 2 that I ordered will be correct for this car. For all I know, they ran a Beetle cable, because it's not violently short. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, it's short, I guess is what I'm saying. So, all right, that's off. Let me drop the car again. And, yeah, remove the pedal cluster, yank the cable, and throw the new one in. All right, cable's thrown in, or at least, I still got to put pedals in, I guess is what I'm saying. But one thing I did notice when I originally put this car together was the pedal stop. Really, the pedals were laying back way far. I like them to be a little more vertical, so don't mind the welds. I know everyone's a critic, but this is crappy metal. Just extended her so it can go forward, and when it goes forward, it'll cam the pedals up some. So hopefully aid in clutching and finding pedals a little better instead of having that weird, pull back, if you will. My pants are too tight. Well, really, they're not tight. They're just down. Why do you care? Anywho, let me finish getting these pedals in and see if we get a clutch back that's better. Because I'm hoping that's the case now. I'll be back. All right, guys. I don't know how scientific this is gonna be, but clutch is in. Clutch is ran, adjusted nicely. I got threads on it now. Backed out, and I have engagement. So I think whatever homologation that I have going on is hopefully going to be good. I'm going to fire it up and basically watch this wheel and see the lift point. I know where it was when I was driving, so if it's anything closer to the floor, I consider it success. Better, gooder, more adequate. So let's see what's going on. Fires up nicely. Clutch in. That should be first. Letting it out. All right, she's grabbing about 2 inches. Easy. Fires up nice. Engine runs really good. But anyway, all right, put that there. It's about 2 inches off the ground. So I now have engagement, I now have disengagement, so on and so forth. It's working well. What I might do is back off that wing nut 2 turns, because like I said, I do have thread now on the backside. Probably back it off just to get that clutch a little bit lower to the floor. What I'm trying to do is eliminate the over revving, and I'd rather it be immediate and stall the car versus rev it to the moon, even though we're putting in a distributor cap, and I'm still afraid to put that damn thing in. Because me being me, I want to redline it and see if it works. Unfortunately, might do science and put it in the other car. Because, nope, that one has electronic. Nope, I could put it in my Ghia. We might do a will it run on the Ghia to test out a rev-limiting distributor cap. That seems smart. But anywho, I'm gonna crank that thing off maybe 2 turns, 2-3 turns, just to get it further to the floor. And I think we're gonna call that good. Next thing I gotta do is run, I still gotta do the frickin' heat on the flappy doors for the engine. I really don't wanna. But what I have to do is I have to run a wire from oil pressure sender all the way up to the front of the car, because I think I said we're putting in an actual oil pressure gauge. So, gotta do that. No time like the procrastination time. I think I have wire. Like 20 feet of blue. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. But that's what we're gonna do. Next, run the gauge. So we're gonna do as much stuff as I can on the lift. Actually, I could probably do everything now on the lift because I managed to, finagle that seat out. But everything seems good. Twist off that screw a couple times, get the clutch pedal closer to the floor, and let's run a line. All right, let me get some blue wire, and yeah, start shoving stuff places. I hope you kept track, because I don't know what the hell I just said. All right, guys, it's the next day. I'm still trying to get in the cedar cable. I got this entire thing freaking torn apart. Developments have happened. Trying to get the new line into the thingy so that we can run the flappy doors behind here. Big development, or big pain in the butt, was it took me about an hour to get one of the old cables out because it was just, well, in there. And now, what do I got? This side, driver's side, can't get a new cable into due to the fact that the frickin', there's just mud and rust and just everything in there. I get this to car in the air and show you what I'm dealing with, because it is not fun. Man, I got the burps. So I think I'm gonna have to figure out a way to, roto-root that line. And I've been looking at this old clutch cable, and I think we're gonna cut it and see if that works. So let me get this in the air. We cut the end off this, and I'll show you what we got going on, or what I have going on, because I'm not gonna lie, got a little frustrated. Every what's the old saying? Every 2-minute project, 3 days away from one broken snafu, or whatever the French say. But let me get this thing in the air. I'll show you what I've been dealing with, because yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out. All right, guys, you might not be able to see this. I don't feel like getting a light, not gonna lie, but the line go in the hole. That's as far as it goes. Oh. I think you're good luck. That thing just broke free. I had it soaking all night in WD-40 or, you know, penetrant, hoping to loosen up that sludge. Oh yeah, I'll show you the cable. Unless the block is now further down than that, and that wouldn't be good. All that rusty brown, what have you. So I've been dealing with. But yeah, I soaked it down last night, and maybe that broke it through because, whew, not gonna lie, I was getting in, you know, was getting a little angry. All right, well, now I lower this thing back down, seeing how that's clean. Get my air gun and back blow these lines, so whatever the hell crap's in there, hopefully won't stay in there. And yeah, throw the cables in. I guess it just had to think about what it was doing like I had to. That's completely fine. I'll be back. All right, I got the same issue. I thought I got it cleared. I did not. It's on the other length of this clutch tube, rod, whatever, up here. See if I can find said blockage. Of course I can't. But I did blow it. Maybe it didn't come out as cruddy looking. Run up the other tube just in case. Oh, easy-ish. I had a line go up this one. All right, well, now I got that side sticking. Did I clog it? All right. See if I can blast it free with the shorter one. It's funny because this side had a cable in it, and it was moving. That is a bunch of crud. Well, you have some brake cleaner or something up in there. Hopefully, you know, give it the old, I don't know, washout. All right, let's try to send this in again. But I'm gonna keep fighting with this, and if I get it cleared, I'll be back. Maybe it'll decide to cooperate like the other side did. I don't know. Dumber things have happened. All right, guys. It's been about 20 minutes. I'm hoping I got it clear. And it's moving. I mean, you can see it's just, well, it was silver. It's just, whatever's in there, it's at least clear now. Or it seems clear. This is the, like I said, this is the crap you get into when you start doing restorations. Like I said, this line, this side had a cable in it. This side, oh, it was so clogged and rusted. This is actually part of it. I cut it off. It's, I don't know, you can barely see. It's completely jammed. jammed tight. So one thing I am happy about is the tubes themselves apparently aren't rotted. Well, so bad that a cable won't run. But, all right. As far as I can get a cable in, both sides. Put it back on the ground, blow them back out, and yeah, hopefully get a cable in there so I can attach them to the, flapper doors. Oh, this is going well. I'll be back. Oh. Progress has been made, but it abruptly stopped again. That's clear. That's clear. All right, let me go back up. I don't know. Almost there, and just it won't come in or out. Might not be able to turn the corner. Let's give it a straighter-ish run, I guess. I don't know. Shouldn't be that bad anyway. All right, I'm about 2.5 hours into this, and well, they're in. They work, or they move anyway. What I'm doing now is, I guess someone safety wired these controls open. So I gotta get the safety wire out so that we can get the controls to control, correctly. And just hook them up. I'll bring you under after. I think I've shown this before. But, yeah. Tell you what, guys. I always say, or at least I tell people, I don't know if I say it in any of my videos, but I usually bet on myself. So if I give a customer a price, I stick to it unless, obviously circumstances happen. Unless I say it's been warranted, so on and so forth. I'm rambling because this annoyed me. But then you run into things like this, where no matter how much you bet on yourself, you lose. What should have been maybe about, 30 minutes I normally can get these things ran. I'm on it for, this is going about 2.5 hours. Between yesterday and today, and now rotor-rootering and everything else, and yes, I did grease these cables too. But yeah, this one is for the memory hole of going. That's better. All right. Now let's drop it again. Yeah, well, let me show you the aftermath. I don't have my light. Where's the flashlight? New line coming out of there, attached to the thingy. This guy right here. Same thing on this side. Coming out. Boom. Free moving. You can probably hear the flap. So, they're good. Do have to change the oil again. But let me button up the upstairs. And, yeah, let me button up the top side. And, yeah, I think we're done for there. Nope, got to run oil pressure. Might as well keep it apart because I got to throw a cable through it. Or cord. I got to snake this blue wire through the car. Well, I have it up in the air for the most part, or the interior torn apart. run this through the car, and yeah, you'll join me with a gauge installation. Then I think we're almost done. I'll keep you posted when I remember things. All right, guys, real quick. Gonna put in this oil, the pressure gauge. Gonna remove the clock, and I already got this thing pretty much pre-wired. Brown ground, black ground for the light. Yes, I use 2 different colors so I can isolate an issue. Red's just gonna plug into the boop boop original light turner on, and white's gonna be 12-volt key on power. Extra lug's gonna be that blue wire I ran all the way up here. I still got to put an end on and shorten it whenever it's in, but simple enough. Pretty straightforward. The clock is just thumb screwed in. I think I've only had like 1 or 3 Ghias that actually had a clock still working. But throw it in the glove box so the owner can do whatever they want with it. Thumb screw off, bracket off, pull the electrical connectors out. That one, and that one, and the clock will, you know, plop forward. Yeah, they just pop out. So, like I said, simple enough. New gauge. Like I said, I'll throw this in the glove box. Because they're nice to have. I think they just get so old, the windings get goofed up in them. And you can see the condition of them. But anyway, we'll throw the blue wire through the huge hole I have in the dash now, where the clock came out. So I can wire it up on the inside and then throw it back through the hole. And then vice versa, all the wires that are on the gauge. There we go. Leave a little slack in it. And all the wires on the gauge are just going to feed, obviously, through. I'll show you the aftermath of this, but yeah. Like I said, all I'm going to do is attach that blue wire to the empty terminal, key on or light switch power, which is the original signal from the to go to the clock. Just put an end on it and plug it in. Ground, and key on 12 volt. I just got to find that. So I'll be back with you, and hopefully this is working. Oh yeah, and I got to put an end on the back, but I'll be back. Pretty straightforward installation. All right, guys, real quick, I got the gauge wired in. Ground, don't know if you say ground, well, whatever. Grounds are in, gauge is wired. I want to show you easiest way that I find, because you got to tap in to find 12 volt key on. Just get a test light. Your fuse block, you know, just poke around till you get power. If you have nothing, turn the key on. As you can see, the key's on if you got the glowing back there. And then just keep poking around again. If your light lights up, it's key on power. What I use to tap into the circuit, because I hate stripping wires and tying them together, whatever. Best things you can buy, I think I've said it's in all this stuff for like tapping into signals, or if you need an extra leg, little chair terminals. They pop on, they give you, an extra, clip-on spot. I use them on carburetors because I hate when you twist them in. I don't know if you can see, one feed in and then one for the loop. I hate seeing them when, actually, I just threw one on the ground. I hate this. This I don't like. So I try to eliminate it. But anyway, I gotta connect the blue wire back here. We'll twist it off and see if we got gauge. I hope we do. Ugh. I am fat, like normal. Yeah, everything on here is buttoned up. The light kicks on, so we'll twist it off and hopefully it'll work. Give me a second to wire in that, wire in the gauge, and I'll be back. All right, I'll wander around because I want to. Anyway, center hooked up, so that should all be good. Get it on the high choke. Let's see what happens. Light, well, you'll see it. She's bright. Light works. So let's twist it off, see if we get pressure. Gauge moved automatically. That's good. That means hopefully it's centered. That pulley is eventually going to self-clearance. Hold, please. Obviously, it's not going to leave sounding like that, but cold idle, about 70 PSI, give or take. So that's good. Almost tripped, but let me shut this thing off. About 70 PSI cold. Gotta still put the heat tubes on, so on and so forth. But I think hopefully, next scene, we're just gonna putz around on this thing and see what it decides to do, because it's gonna be nice tomorrow. I don't need heat. But yeah, I do need to get it on the road and get some miles on it. It's at least at the point where I can get it on the road and get miles on it. Let me get out of the fan. But yeah, gauge works. Heat's done. Engine's broken. I do have to drain the oil before I go anywhere tomorrow. I'll probably get a hot cycle on it. We'll probably watch that together. Just get it warm, get everything broke down, dump it. I do have more zinc I'm going to put into the engine just because it is new, to get my miles on it, and I'll probably do it again for delivery because it is leaving with, again, 4 oil changes on a new engine for the most part. Overkill might be, but it is what it is. So you will probably join me in the morning because I think I'm done with this for right now. Where'd I put my tripod? There it is. All right, see you in the morning. All right, guys, it's the next day. I'm on the GoPro, so hopefully the sound comes out decent. Gonna do a quick oil change on this thing, get it on the road. I'm running a little later than I would expect or wanted to, I guess. I slept in, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm entitled to. Anywho, let me get the oil change on this thing. I'll get these cameras set up in the car, and yeah, next scene, hopefully you'll see me on the road. Well, at least that's the plan. All right, guys, car's turning around, cameras around, let's see on. Let's go for a quick drive. I think I'll cover in the ending, but yeah, this is gonna be a normal loop just to I guess break in the engine to a certain extent, and then tomorrow we're going on. We're gonna motor. So fire up. Good. What's our clutch feel like? Still high. I don't know what's going on with that. We'll figure it out. this clutch needs adjustment. I've been bucking it pretty decently. Only about 35-ish on oil pressure. But yeah, this clutch definitely needs adjustment. Between that and trying to find a grab point, it's fun. Kind of understand some parts, but yeah. So we have a new cable. Got to adjust it. What I think I'm going to do is put a pedal stop in this thing, so that it can only go where it needs to go, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm fighting. I don't know. I don't know if I'm fighting the. It's pretty uneventful. This clutch is just annoying me. I also want to whack a little more timing into this thing. It's not getting out of its way as fast as I want it to. We'll adjust in the car. Get it back to the shop, adjust the clutch, turn down this idle a little. I just heard it kick down, it was still on a cam. Adjust the idle, play with the carb, you know, the normal stuff. But so far it's good, and tomorrow we're gonna take this thing out on a nice adventure. Gas gauge still bobbles, but not as bad as it was. But she's driving nice and steady. Oil pressure at, you know, mild cruise, 50. Granted, she's a little cold. Not really, but is. So it's doing all right. Gotta check tire pressure too. They look a little low, but not really that bad. I don't know what I'm looking at because that camera keeps moving. Alright guys, after yesterday's test drive, wasn't really happy with the hot performance. You know, got really bucky, so and so forth. So, gonna let this car warm up now, hence why it's running. And we're going to take it out. I ended up swapping out the carb. I was running a 30 pick on there. I have a 32, or 34, excuse me, on there now. I want to see if hot performance is back, because, like I said, she was really bucky. I couldn't really get it tuned in. I don't know if this engine now has a hot. I don't know why, but I did a little testing last night. Just, you know, letting off the clutch and letting it see if it could diesel itself. And it seemed to make a world of a difference. So let's see what happens with this. Like I said, I've just been letting it warm up. We're at whatever. Problems really came when it started getting, you know, you can tell it's hot by the oil pressure gauge now, or, you know, warmer, because it was at about, you know, 30 psi. So I'm at 40 now. So if it was going to have developments happening, it should happen shortly after being on the road. So stay tuned. Let's see what happens. And I still gotta do something with this clutch. Well, she'll pull away on just the clutch, so that's good. Wasn't doing that yesterday. Mexico. Quit moving. We're gonna head down to Mexico. want to adjust the timing a little bit. Seems a little lagging. The carb is a huge improvement. A little bit more RPM or a little more timing. Just advanced it a little bit. I did check the well. Might give it a little bit more. I did check the well. We're right at 50, so we're right within spec. Sounds good. Sounds good. It's pulling the way I'd like it to now. Like I said, just the pull-offs. Even when we first went on the road, it was doing that. Second gear pull. Yeah, still a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit more into it. Like I said, I think we got a slight timing issue right now, so let me boop, just a little more. All right, that's as comfortable as I feel. Without putting it on the light. I think I was at idle. I was at 10 before. What do we got? Oh, good takeaway right now. All right, so timing, we're in. I'll hit it with the gun. Second gear pull, good. All right, we're at the top of the timing of where I feel comfortable without having my gun on it. You also run the risk of, I look good in the windows. Hi. You also run the risk of running it too far advanced and, you know, overheating your engine. But, oh yeah, nice smooth takeoff. A little bit loading up. Second gear, slow roll. Doesn't really have the power, but it's fine. New engine, still fresh. Second gear, faster roll. Yeah. Little braking up. She'll clear. That I'm not too concerned about at all. It's, like I said, mainly the, what is going on? It's mainly the, you know, away from the stop, not, gotta get some air tires. Yeah, the interact. This is what I'm concerned about. And it takes off nicely. Revs out. The other one, I think, died. Anywho, shut this off. So yeah, I don't know if you were able to hear anything because this camera decided to die. Should have checked my battery life. Did not. Anywho, food for thought. Car is good. I got to do something with the, like I said, with the clutch. I got to put a stop on it. I think a lot of the bucky driving was me. Dialed some timing in. I want to put it on the light to see exactly what I got going on right now. This lens makes me look fat, as all cameras do. Left here, what do we? Ooh, James Bond. We left here. We had, what did we have? We had, I don't know, 9 and some change on the odometer. So we were sitting at 007. Put about, I don't know, 70 miles on the car. So between yesterday and today, there's a good amount of miles on it. I got to put more gas in it. But let's see what a hot fire does. Ear tune seems to be good. So that works. It's holding hot 20 psi, 20, 25, 30, right in that area. I mean, I don't have a number, but it's there. But let me get on the big camera and do a wrap up because, yeah, this car is, I'd say, good for delivery. I feel, well, I never feel confident, but feel confident on this one. So, like I said, let me do my wrap up and, yeah, re-deliberate. I got a little odds and ends I got to do too, so whatever. I'll be back on the big camera. All right, guys, obviously we're back in the shop. Car did really well, did even better after, you know, an on-the-fly by-the-ear timing adjustment. Still, don't know what transmissions in this thing, transaxle, what have you, because it doesn't really have the, you know, wavos to do a second gear pull, which is fine, but also I'm not going to blame it to clutch engagement points, so on and so forth. You can get it in, it's just, it's more happy taking off in first, I guess is what I'm saying, especially going around a corner. Other than that, car did, you know, really well. Got a fuel gauge on order. I got to fix the shifter. These are all things when it comes back and it's 500 miles, I'm going to have to take care of. And I got to fix an oil leak out of the cheap MP valve covers that don't seal. So I'm going to put factories on and fix that one. But other than that, ran good, put, you know, however many miles I did on it. So hopefully, oh, I got to put the rev limiting distributor button on it too, because insurance, I guess. But anyway, whatever this word salad came out to after editing, you know, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you do. Promise you, we will chit chat. As always, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you on the next one. And hopefully this thing goes away, and we'll have another car in next go.